We are all proud citizens of India, and when we think about India and as you are a citizen, we must know ourselves where we are and who we are. We are in a globalized world, and when I say globalized world, one time I was traveling in a flight and suddenly the air hostess called for somebody who's a doctor, can help because somebody is sick. So it so happened that I went to the patient and I saw so many are attending, some of the doctors and nurses were there, and I asked them what are the problems, and the patient was not able to breathe and he was finding a little difficult, a very aged man, more than 80 years. So the doctors, some junior doctors were there, some nurses were there, and I found them, the relatives, the doctors and the nurses were at panic how best they can save the patient which is about to die according to them. But as I could see that the breathlessness causes out of two reasons. One is out of cardiac problems, another is out of these respiratory problems. And I understood immediately it is a respiratory problems which may not cause immediate death. All he wanted was some oxygen. So I requested the concerned people there, just give oxygen and leave the patient alone. And more than that, I asked the other people who are there, like the nurses and the relatives, to go to their places and be calm because it's a flight. More than the patients, we don't know what might happen to us if anything goes panicky there. So all went to their respective places and it was quiet. I was sitting alone in the flight and reflecting myself. The whole earth is a planet, is a flight or airplane or an aircraft. And all the humanity is traveling this aircraft, and anytime it may crash. Not out of the earth by itself, but out of the misbehavior of the people inside. This gives an insight where you are at this present stage. We are in the 21st century, and this 21st century is a globalist world. Everyone knows each other. Within about 16 hours, we can reach any part of the world. And information is instant, communication is very fast, diseases are easily curable, and we are in the zenith of our civilization in 21st century. Despite all these things, we don't know, as he was just expressing, what might happen to us in this planet Earth. And we, living in this part of India, this part of the earth called India, what we can be a part of this globalist world to save our aircraft which we call Earth. The people of India have their ancestor heritage, civilization, values and culture more than 5,000 years old. It has got its own inbuilt strength by the people. It has been occupied by various people from different parts of earth, but India has remained as India. And at this present moment of 21st century, India has got a global image. Now in 2010, when you look to India, we look at two levels. About 20 years back, how India was, and how India is now, and how India can be in the future after 20 years. 20 years back, when you look to ourselves, 1990, I remember, communism collapsed, the Berlin Wall fell down, the globalization took place, and information started flowing very fast. It became a borderless world. Money found no borders, it became transnational, and the economy has started shifting from west to east. In 2000, we found the globalized problems in a different form, the emergence of violence or terrorism as a part of solution to the problems. And the whole world is focusing on this violence and terrorism and extremism. And that is another area where you have been taken away by our directions. Then we find also the information knowledge which is traveling at the speed of light, and each one know each other much better than any time in history. So in that level also, India is emerging now as a globalist power slowly, but definitely India is moving slowly and definitely as one of the emerging leaders of the world. How this has happened is mainly because of certain factors. One is when India gained independence, it becomes a democratic socialist republic with secularism as its base, like many of the Western countries. And added to that, India had the privilege of English as the early languages given by the given by the British to us. When the British left, they left so many things behind which benefited India. One of them was English language, the other one was railway network, and the third one was the civil system. All this has helped very much for the foundation of India. Based on this English language, we had our education. And this education, because our population, though it is a small percentage, they could get a lot of benefit out of this education. And today India is known because of the educated people around the world. As I said earlier, this is the 21st century of knowledge. Last century was an industrial century. This century begins with the knowledge and is known as a knowledge century. So at this time, India is able to fit into this changing society because of our education. And even today, all over the world, India is known because of our educated people. Be in America, be in Europe, be in the Far Eastern countries, you will find some connected with either a technical part, a doctor, an engineer, a technocrat, an administrator. Say whatever the area, they are one India will be a specialist because of their education.